This is Rich from Remax. Today we're going to talk about some changes that are going to be happening starting next year, January 2014. So, since I study a lot of loan changes, what I found is that there's these two rules called QM and QRM, which stands for Qualified Mortgage. What it is essentially that a lot of homeowners are now going to be required to put skin in the game. So that means that low down payments, credits, all these rules are going to change. So, for example, in Congress right now is a measure to require 20% down on every single mortgage. What's going to happen is there'll be some negotiation, and what will probably pass in January is something to the effect of 10%, in my opinion, around 10%. The other thing that's going to change is the debt ratios. So right now, we can get a loan for a borrower making $10,000 can get a loan for $5,000, or they can have expenses up to $5,000, so 50%. What's going to change is these ratios are now going to be tighter. So that same person making 10 grand would only be able to buy up to $4,300 in payment, if that makes sense. So that means if they have a lot of debt, they won't be able to buy a house, or if they were planning to buy a house that was, let's say, $600,000, now they can only afford $550,000. So essentially, with these rules changing, what's going to happen is a lot of buyers that are on the fence of qualifying due to some niche rules, they're not going to be able to qualify anymore. Okay, things like being able to buy an investment property with less than 2 years of history, those are going to go away. Because right now you can do that, you can buy an investment property with just 20% down. But essentially, what's going to happen is more skin in the game. So my suggestion to those of you that that might have challenged credit or might have a little bit of difficulty qualifying is to try to get a house before the end of the year, simply because of these rule changes. And of course, we're talking about the United States, and this is going to be nationwide. So everyone's looking for this. Google QM or QRM to see what the current state is of that measure. And a lot of homeowners also say, well, the prices will go down because there's now less homeowners. But they still forget about the foreign nationals coming in and buying houses all cash, which are serious competition. So although I find it challenging, it's an interesting market that we work in. People that are kind of sketchy on the finance or might have a little bit of difficulty should definitely try to buy right away instead of waiting, because I have seen a lot of niches go away. This is reminiscent of the past cycle, and to me it's kind of deja vu. So take advantage of it, because next year in 2014 things will get a lot tougher in terms of qualifying. But in 2015, my prediction is that they're going to have a lot of loosening, like loosening probably to the extreme. It's always like a pendulum that swings one way. Alright, this is Rich from Remax, and hopefully this was good advice and you understand a little bit about QM and QRM.